Something changed about the food you eat. Not slowly, not subtly, something fundamental shifted, and if you are honest, you have felt it for years. Food does not hit the same anymore. You eat, but you are still hungry. You sleep, but you wake up tired. You finish a full meal, and something still feels off. That is not in your head, because this is the part nobody says out loud. The United States has more food than any country in history, more options, more convenience, more access than ever before, and yet this is the sickest population we have ever seen. Over 70% of adults are overweight. More than 1 in 3 are pre-diabetic. Chronic fatigue, inflammation, digestive issues, constant cravings, they are everywhere. That does not happen by accident. That happens when a system changes, and most people never noticed when it did. By the end of this video, you will see exactly what happened to your food, why it happened, and why your body has been trying to warn you this whole time. And once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it. Let us start simple. Bread. Think about the last loaf you bought from the store. How long did it last? 2 weeks? 3? Now think about what bread actually is. Flour, water, yeast, organic material. It should go stale in days and mold shortly after. That is not a flaw. That is biology working correctly. So why does it not anymore? Because what you're eating is not just food anymore. It's stabilized. The United States food system allows thousands of additives designed for one purpose: to stop food from breaking down. Calcium propionate prevents mold. Preservatives slow oxidation. Emulsifiers change texture so products survive transport. This is not freshness, this is control. You're not buying food that lasts longer, you're buying food that resists biology. And once you start noticing it, you see it everywhere. Bread that bends instead of breaks, meat that holds water unnaturally, sauces that never separate, products that behave more like engineered materials than something grown or made in a kitchen. That consistency is not accidental. It is manufactured to survive a system that values predictability over anything else. Even produce is not what it used to be. Apples in grocery stores are often months old before you buy them, stored, treated, preserved, then placed on shelves. It looks fresh, but it has been paused inside a system built around storage, not nature, and your body knows the difference. That rubbery bread texture, fruit that never softens, meat that feels slightly off, those are not coincidences. Those are design choices made for logistics. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Your body has been reacting to this for years. You just weren't taught to connect it. You wake up tired, you feel foggy during the day, digestion feels inconsistent, and energy crashes in the afternoon. Nothing extreme, just not right. So people blame age, stress, sleep. But look at the pattern. Food allergies in children have surged. Autoimmune issues keep rising. Digestive problems are now common. That's not genetics. The human body doesn't change that fast. Environments do, food systems do, and here's the part most people miss. You don't feel it immediately, you feel it later, the next day, sometimes 2 days later. So your brain never clearly connects what you ate to how you feel. There is no clear cause and effect. Over time, your baseline shifts. Low energy becomes normal, bloating becomes normal, feeling off becomes normal. That is the most dangerous part. Not that something is wrong, but that it starts to feel normal. And once that baseline shifts, people stop expecting to feel good after eating. They stop expecting clarity, stable energy, or real satisfaction. They settle for good enough. That quiet lowering of expectations is exactly what allows the system to keep moving in the same direction without resistance. Now look at something almost nobody talks about: speed. The system didn't just change what food is, it changed how fast it's produced. A chicken today reaches full size in about 6 weeks. It used to take much longer. That's not evolution, that's engineering. Plants are the same. Modern crops are grown for yield, appearance, and transport, not nutrition. Studies show clear declines in minerals like magnesium, iron, and vitamin C compared to decades ago. Faster growth means less time to absorb nutrients, so you get more volume but less value, and that creates a hidden problem. Your body isn't just asking if you ate enough, It's asking if you got what you need. And those are not the same thing. You can eat more calories than ever before and still feel like something is missing, because in many cases it is. That's why you can eat more than ever and still feel unsatisfied. The calories are there, but the nutrition is thinner. The portion is bigger, but the value is lower. Quick pause. This is not the end of the video, but if you have made it this far, you already see what is happening. If you want more breakdowns like this, take a second to subscribe. It helps more than you think. Now let us keep going. Here it becomes even clearer. More food, but less nutrition. Soil has been depleted through decades of intensive farming. Crops still grow, but they don't carry the same nutritional weight. So manufacturers add nutrients back in. Enriched and fortified products try to fill the gap artificially, but synthetic nutrients do not always behave the same way in your body, and your body can tell when something is missing. That is why you can eat a full meal and still crave more. It is not always lack of discipline. Sometimes it is your body trying again, looking for something it did not receive the first time. And when that signal keeps repeating, people assume something is wrong with them instead of questioning what they are being given. Now consider this, modern food was not designed for your body, it was designed for the supply chain, for trucks, warehouses, and shelves. To last longer, travel farther, and stay consistent, your digestion was never the priority. Emulsifiers, stabilizers, and modified starches exist to improve storage and texture, not digestion. And your gut was not built for that. That is why digestive issues have surged, not randomly, but alongside ultra-processed food. And when people say they suddenly feel more sensitive, it is often not the body becoming weaker. It is the inputs becoming harder to process. Then there is distance. The average American meal travels over 1,500 miles. Every step adds intervention. Preservatives, coatings, storage systems change the product along the way. By the time it reaches you, it has been altered multiple times, and you are expected to trust it without really knowing anything about it. That uneasy feeling people get in grocery stores now, that is not confusion, that is instinct. Because food used to have context. It had seasons, locations, a sense of origin. Now it is always available, but disconnected from where it actually came from. And when that connection disappears, so does trust. And now something even newer is happening. Food is not just grown anymore, it is being manufactured. Lab-derived ingredients, engineered proteins, and synthetic biology are entering the food chain. The reality is simple. We do not have long-term data on what decades of exposure will do, because this is new. So when people feel uneasy, it is not irrational. It is a response to a system changing faster than we fully understand. At the same time, the rules changed. In the United States, many food ingredients do not require long-term independent testing before entering the market. Companies can often determine safety themselves. In other regions, the standard is stricter. Prove safety first. That difference explains why the same products often have different formulas depending on where they are sold. And then there is convenience. This shift did not happen against consumers. It happened because of them. Life got faster. Time became limited, the food system adapted, everything became quicker, easier, ready instantly. But every layer of convenience came with trade-offs: less fiber, less diversity, less real structure, more processing, more intensity, more engineered flavor. Over time, your taste adjusted, your expectations changed, and your body adapted. Whole foods started tasting bland. Cooking started feeling like effort instead of routine. And without realizing it, people moved further away from what food used to be. Because the system does not just feed you, it conditions you. Food is engineered to hit the bliss point, the exact combination of sugar, fat, and salt that keeps you coming back. It is designed for repeat consumption, not nourishment. And it works. But it leaves you in a loop, eating but not satisfied. Full but not nourished. Stimulated but depleted. So step back and look at the bigger picture. Food is information. Every meal tells your body how to function, and right now, much of that information is coming from products designed for efficiency, not biology. This shift didn't happen overnight. It happened gradually and quietly, and now it's everywhere. The most dangerous part is that people adapted. They stopped questioning it. They accepted it as normal, but your body didn't. It's been signaling you the entire time: fatigue, hunger, discomfort, not as failure, but as feedback. So the real question isn't whether the system changed. That's already clear. The question is whether you're going to keep ignoring it or finally start paying attention. If this made you think, I'd really like to hear your perspective. Have you noticed the shift yourself? Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, subscribing genuinely helps the channel grow, and it allows me to keep making these breakdowns.